Hey, hi viewers. Can you see me now? Hey, hi viewers. Welcome to the live session. Yeah, sorry, there is a few issue with my audio. So is the audio coming now? Is the audio is good now? Am I audible? Yeah, am I audible? Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So let me know if there are any audio issues. I will. I will just adjust it. But I believe for now it's good. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. I think now it is much better. No noise. So how are you team? Please. Hi Nandini. Hi Subhash. Hi Raji. Let's wait for the other team members to join. Nasreen, Asif, Yasin, Navina, Samina, please, if you join, just say hi. Okay, thank you. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. Yeah. First of all, sorry for the delay. Some technical glitches are there, so that's the reason I couldn't start on time. But yeah, nevertheless, I will make this live session as crisp as possible and give an overview to the team what needs to be achieved in the sprint 2. And then we'll also go through what team has done in sprint 2 a quick glance. So it will be for both the teams, it will be like knowledge sharing. Okay. Mm, yeah. Please, whoever joining, just I'm Asif. Okay, hi Asif. Hi Masood. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Yeah. So shall I start now? Are we good? So if everyone is ready, please say yes. Okay. Hi Nasreen. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's wait for a few more, couple of more minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's start actually. So thank you. Like I got few responses. Yes, we can start. Okay. So how are you, team? So it's been a while. We have met over the live. So in the last sprint we have met. So now it's been couple of the sprint one is completed for both Android team and hi Navina. So the live has been. So first of all, a great job team. So sprint one has been completed for Android team as well as desktop UI team. So in this live, I will just start with the Android team, and then I will move on to the desktop team. Yeah, sorry, don't mind with the order. So just because it's just randomly I picked. And then first thing is for the Android team, you will just go through what they have done in the sprint one, and just a quick glance. Of course, the videos has been shared, recorded videos like what they have done. But yeah, so we will go through those what they have done, and then we'll also quickly go through what they needs to be done in the sprint two. And I will also give you a couple of updates like. Regarding the backend code, some changes I made. So I'll just give some updates for that to what additional things you can see. Okay. So before going that, let me start sharing my screen. So I'm starting with the yeah. Hi Samina. So let me start share my screen. Okay, so screen one, screen two, which is screen one. Okay, this is screen one. Okay, screen two. Okay, hello. So can you see my screen now? If yes, please mention yes. Can you see my screen? Hi, Samina. Yeah, can you see my screen? Yes. Yeah. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thanks for confirmation. Yeah. Yeah. So let me start. So I will. Yeah. Yeah. Nice responses. Thank you, team. Yeah. So first we'll start with the Android team. So this content, what I'm showing is already shared in the video, but I will just quickly glance. So we started Sprint 1 for Android team. So the main focus for the Android team is the installation process. I have shared this document for the team, like where you need to go through a lot of installations like WSL installation, and then Ubuntu app, and then installing Java, and then some build tools, and then this VS Code setup, and then you need to install Android Studio, Android SDK manager, and then you need to put some environment variables, and you need to install React, and then finally you need to go through this all those steps. So actually this is a very it's not a straightforward actually, so it's a bit tedious process, even though we have shared the content across different meetings and then in different lives, still it's not that straightforward. And I would like to thank Nasreen and team for in fact everyone, Nasreen, Nandini, Samina, Navina. Thanks, guys. You have installed the Android dev environment in your local machine and you are able to build and validate the app. I'm glad that everyone are able to follow the build process. Yeah, because this is bit challenging. It's not like you need to go through. You need to install from the OS. It's not like on operating. You already have an operating system and you are building different libraries and packages on top of it. It's not like that. You need to first install OS Linux, and you need to configure that OS, and on top of that you need to do more installations, and you need to check out repos, and then you need to do a lot of build process, all those things, back and front end. So a lot of things happen. So for, yeah, thanks Nasreen and team. Yeah. So this is what all the four team members able to achieve and they're able to build. So yeah, thanks team. Yeah, so it's everyone. Just one quick thing. I will just put one poll here. So is build is ready. Build. I mean, is dev env ready? Just to make sure, like, so this poll is for Android team. So I believe, is dev environment ready on all your laptops? I know, yes, I know. Like this is for Android team, so it's a development. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, okay. So if yes, you can just poll yes, and then yeah. Okay, so I think we are good enough. So we got few responses. Okay, so now let me go through a couple of updates happened. Okay, so let me open. Yeah. So team, Android team, in the backend, I have made in the Multimagix React Native plugin code. In the last couple of days, I have made couple of updates. So one is I have pushed a change called samples folder. So what happens is once you load the app, you should be able to see this. I mean, like once you download, so everyone, uh, just follow this process again. Okay, so you just delete your existing Multimagix frontend mobile and Multimagix React Native plugin. Of course, you don't need to delete, you can do git pull, but as this is the first time you're updating the code, I would rather say, so delete those two folders from your subsystem Linux. Okay, and then clone and follow this build process again. You don't need to install anything, just follow these steps again. Now you will get the latest code. So there is no change in the front end mobile code. Okay, there is only change in the back end code, and especially libraries I have updated. Okay, is it clear on what updates happen? Okay, these updates are needed to ensure when you fix the issues and when you develop the features, it makes your life a bit easy. Okay, so are you clear on that? I just start a poll. So okay, so first I need to end the current poll. My bad. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So let me see. Let me go through the updates first. So the first update is I have updated a samples folder. As you know, when you are validating the app from your mobile, there are a lot of files you can store. That file sizes may be big, and then a lot of lengthy videos are there. So it's tough to validate because it takes quite some amount of time to validate all the conversions. So it's better you reuse the samples folder. Okay. And second update happened is I updated few logging and version changes, and then I made updated the lib multimagix. So this is to ensure when you are doing any conversion process or anything in the back end, you can see what is happening. So I will just show you on live what it is. So just give me a minute. Yeah, before that I will show you one thing. See, I think I updated this to a couple of teams. So far, are you able to follow? So Multimagix, Android team, Sprint 1, you did a fantastic job. The dev environment is ready. So before starting Sprint 2, I'm just giving a couple of updates, like what happened in the backend code, what changes I made. So how to visualize those changes. Okay. So I'm just focusing on that. So there are two changes happen. One is samples folder is updated, and one is there is some logging and versioning has been introduced. So this will ensure you can see from the logs what is happening in the backend. Okay. So are you clear on the updates? Okay. So now let's see. So there is one interesting thing. See, if you see here, ADB devices, yeah, my phone is attached. So if you use this command, ADB shell, I can log into my. This is this now. This is if you see who am I? I'm not sure this works. Yeah, so this is the ADB shell now. So this is not your Linux machine. This is your Android machine now. So it's also a kind of a Linux machine. We logged into the Android shell now. So this ADB command is the one which help you to go to this ADB shell. So now, if you go to CD, storage, emulated, this is the path our app will be there. Okay, Android data com dot multimagix. One second, com.multimagix.com. So let me clear the screen. So now, if you see here, there is a file called files, and then there is a thing called multimagix. Okay. So here you can see here, I have all the files here. So how did I get my all my files here? So simply I just use this command called adb push command. So in other ways, I can show you. So if you so one second, okay. So if I will go to I'm going to my Multimagix React Native plugin. So I'm going to my samples folder here. Okay, so these are all my sample files. So I'm just for the simplicity, I'm just deleting all the contents here. Okay, so there is nothing inside the Multimagix folder. If you're not able to if sometimes you might not see this Multimagix folder, you need to create, but don't mind, you don't need to create in the first. If you go to the app for the first time, if you do just one file conversion, you just pick any file from your mobile, that folder will be created. You don't need to create it manually. Okay, but just launch the app and then just you pick one file for the conversion in the file screen. So these directories will be created for you. You don't need to create. And once this directory is created, you just go to the ADB shell and then you can upload these things. So now if I use this command ADB push, star means I'm pushing all the files, and I need to, I will go to this path. Okay, so my bad. Okay, so I'll go to this path. I'll copy this. Okay, so if I click enter, so all the files will be get copied. So this is the first update actually. So now if I come here and if I see LSC, all my files are here. So are you clear on ADB push command? So ADB push. This is like test data. Test uh, able to follow sample files push. Yeah, team. So I just started a poll. So are you? So again, I'm repeating. I'm starting with the Multimagix Android team. So first update I'm giving is how to push files from your local machine, which are under. This is the local machine. So in the Linux machine I have this. So I am pushing all the files which are on the Multimagix React Native plugin to my mobile phone. So are you able to follow this now so far? Okay, thank you. So this is the first update. I'm just pushing the sample files from my local machine to the phone. So why I am pushing? This is the test data. So if you're fixing any bugs or if you're adding any feature to test the functionality of that particular feature or to test the end to end, you need to ensure you upload some sample files to your file screen. Okay, so instead of providing random files from your mobile, so we are providing the data to you such that you can use these files while you are validating your features and fixes. As simple as that. Okay, so are you able to follow everyone? Okay, so this is the first update. So to see the sample files, you need to just clone this again, or you can just git pull the Multimagix React Native plugin. Okay, so I will give one thing on the second update. So for the second, what is the second update? Okay, so the second update is what I mentioned is, so this is about updating the logging version and all those things. So let me show you what happens now. So I am not able to I'm not able to see my mobile screen because it is already attached to the Windows system subsystem Linux, but I can tell you what I'm doing on my mobile. So now let's go to this ADB shell. Okay, so now let me clear the screen. Okay, so there is nothing here. So I'm opening my app from my mobile now. So there is a Multimagix app on my mobile. I opened it. Okay, so now if I open this video tab, I'm just going to video to audio and I'm choose from files. I'm selecting one file, sample.mp4, and then you cannot see, but I'll just let you know. So I just did convert again. Okay, so now if you see ls here, yeah, so there is a log directory created here. So if you go to cd log, yeah, there is a log file here. So if you just click this, I mean, okay, so this is, you need to open like this app. Okay, so you can see some logs here. So it says suitlib version, ffmpeg version. So what you are running, and this is Multimagix tag, and this is the hash. And then you can see some logs here: audio stream detected, video stream detected, the audio stream decoder and encoder. So what is happening? Okay, could not open the output context. Okay, so I know what is that. It's because could not open the output folder. Yeah, that don't mind. So, but maybe some issue with my application. So, oh, I think I need to create a folder here. But yeah, okay. I just reinstalled the app, so that's the reason that folder is not created. So let me do one thing. Okay. So if you go here, clear the screen. If you come here, if I do enter here, my conversion. Okay, so if I go to cd my conversion. Okay, so now let me run one more example now. Okay, so this is video to audio. Select choose. I'm choosing files, and I'm choosing sample.mp4, and then I'm giving MPAC now. I'm converting. So let's see. Okay, so now it will be clear. So let me clear the screen now. Okay, see here. So now if I go to my log file, so there is a one more log file is there. So every time you close the app and you open the app, a new log file will be created. So this time I will open this log file. Okay. Um, so now you can see here. So now the info is clear. Or else you can do one thing. You can go here and then you can also open from here. Okay. So this is my thing. Okay. Sorry, my bad. So I just confused you. So you can see here all the logs info are there. So this is it says this is the lipsuit version and the AV codec version whatever. Or this is the tag hash and this is audio stream detected, video stream detected. Like all the information is there. Okay. So you can see here what is happening in the backend. So let me you can or else you can do simply one thing here. So let's say if you do this is a command tail hyphen f and then I just give this. Okay. So if you just enter this, so now if I am doing any conversion, let's say this time I will go to video and then select choose from files and then sample.mp4 and then I just choose this and then yeah, you can see here the logs are continuously scrolling. So you can see what is happening. So maybe I can reduce this a bit. Yeah. So you can see here what is happening in the background. So in the app, conversion is happening and the spinner is spinning, but you don't know what is happening. So we need to add that feature some kind of progress bar in the UI. But for now, what is happening in the backend? If you click conversion, all those things are logs is happening here. So you can see the same thing for the desktop applications and others also. There's a different way I will explain in the next session for the desktop team. But for now, for Android team, so couple of I'm talking on second update. The second update is in the backend Multimagix React Native plugin. We updated few things. So what are those changes? I'm just giving you an update. The thing is like whenever you are doing some conversion from the UI, now you can see visually what is happening in the backend. So that gives you an idea to the user, okay, what is happening. Of course, you don't need explicitly go and I'm talking from the developer point of view, from the customer point of view, from the user point of view. You don't need to go and check in the backend what is happening because you just in the UI you need to show some progress bar or some spinning all those things. But since we are a development team and we are working on issues, we need to know if something is happening, some conversions you are doing in the front end, what is happening in the back end, whether it is good, bad. So these logs are just to ensure whatever issues or bugs you fix, you are not disturbing the existing functionalities. But of course, you don't need to do this for all the file types. Just for one file type, you can do, and the internal team will take care of rest of the things, all the activities, all the automation, all those things. Okay, so this is about how you view the logs if something is happening from the front end. Okay, so to view the logs, you need to go to the ADB shell and you need to just go to the log directory and then the logs will be coming. You can either use VA editor or you can simply use this tail command. So I'm using this command again. See, this is the tail command. So using this, you can just continuously see what our logs are. Okay. And one more thing, so whenever you close the app and when you open the app, a new log file will be created. Unless and until the app is open, in the same log file, all the logs will be redirected. Okay, so this is just update about the logging I'm just introducing. So is everyone is clear on logging or do I need to repeat again? So logging, you got it. So are you, yeah, team. So are you able to follow what I'm telling? I mean, yeah, you see, this is the first time you're seeing all this Android development environment logs and all those things. But yes, definitely, it's not straightforward thing. I'm just telling like if some there will be some logs. So in that Multimagix folder, there will be a log directory. In that log, you can just either use tail command or either you can use VA editor to see the logs. So just to monitor what is happening when you're doing some operation on the UI. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I see in the poll there are few responses. Everything is yes. So I'm glad that everyone is able to follow that. Okay. So now I will just pause it for a minute. Are you clear until now? I'm just ending the poll now. So maybe I can see few responses here. Yeah, there is only one vote for the logging. So yeah, team, yeah, Nasreen, Navina, Nandini, and Samina, are you able to understand the updates? I can repeat this again in a, if you want. For this is very simple, just the logging we're introducing. So, but where is that log file? Since it's an Android application, so that log file is inside your mobile phone. It's yeah, okay, good. So since it's a Android application, so the log file will be in the Android phone. So it will be not on your local machine. So you just need to log into your mobile shell and go to the directory and then see the login file. Okay, good. Yeah. So I hope, yeah, but to see these new features, sample files and log, just clone the repository again and then just follow all the build process. So it will be good. Okay. So now let's end this here and then let's go to the. I'm going to the sprint one review again. So we did all these things and yeah, so we covered all these things and this is the architecture team has provided. Thank you. This is a very good. I really liked it, the architecture flow, because most of the things were covered here. Thank you, Nasreen and team, and Nandini, Navina, Samina for bringing up this architecture diagram for the Android code flow. I really appreciate your efforts on it. So now let's see what you need to do in the sprint one actually. Okay. So as I mentioned in the video, uh, but before going into what you need to do in the sprint two, have you watched that existing video? Maybe I can ask that question in the end. But to make it very simple, so this is the schedule for you guys. Okay. So I know you might be you already gone through the videos and all those things. So you need to fix these things, these particular issues. So in sprint two, you will be addressing four issues and from five issues from the GUI specific. So total in sprint two, Android team will be fixing nine issues. Okay, so each team can pick a two. It's I will leave to your choice, or we can discuss later who and all to see which issues, or you can work as a team together. So, but at the end of sprint two, which means like at around October, November 10. So by November 10, nine issues should be fixed. So what are those nine issues? That nine issues, four issues belong to this category, and five issues belong to this category. And these are the four issues: app is crashing, and this already I have explained in the grooming session. So what in the grooming video, what are those issues? I shared some screenshots. What are those? In which scenario app is crashing? So if you want me to repeat again, I can go ahead and show that what are all the issues I can explain. But if you have any questions regarding these things, please let me know. I can. I can answer those questions now. So are you clear on the nine issues? Are you clear on issues or shall I wait? Yeah. Android team, are you able to able to understand what are those nine issues? Or you want me to go through the each issue now in the live, or I would be happy if you have any questions in understanding those issues. I can just show you what is that issue. but we did not in the document already. Actually, we are not talking about the fix for the issue. We are just talking about what is the issue. Okay, so what is the issue? How do we fix it? Is we need to go through the each code and then see in which component or in which screen that issue is coming from, whether it is from the file screen, whether it is from choose from file screen, or whether it is coming from tool screen, or whether it is coming from pop-up component screen. So there are different screens in Android similar to desktop. So you need to identify from you need to with the help of logs. That's why I have given these logs. So this will be challenging sprint for Android team is because you are learning the debugging part. So first is like you know what is the issue, but from which component that issue is coming from. Whether rather than going to the component, we have in Android we have three parts. So let me see. Let me try to give you a simple thing. So here we have three parts here. So this is UI, and this is okay. So this is the UI, okay, and this is the plugin or JMI, okay, and this is backend or C++, okay. So from UI, you are doing certain operation, okay. So let's say you are so this is the plugin, and then this is the backend code, okay. So within UA again you have a lot of components, and within the backend also you have a lot of components. And in plugin there are no much components, but there is this JNA layer is there. So if a user is performing any operation from the front end, let's say he did some conversion operation. So so that it will go and it will come to these components, and from here the call will go different calls will happen within these components, and from here it will go to the plugin layer, and from here it will go to this backend, and inside the backend it goes to different components, and again the response is sent back here, and the response is sent back, and finally the response is sent back to the components, and from here to the UI. You can see here for one single function, the code is traveling from UI to plugin layer to backend, and we get issues from and we get the response back. So if I say there is some issue, so where is that issue is coming from? So first you need to identify the root cause for that issue. Which component is responsible for that issue? In most of the cases, the issue comes from the UI component, but don't assume anything, don't guarantee that that issue is coming from UI component. So it can be in the plugin layer and it can be in the backend layer. But if the issue is coming from the backend layer, we need to monitor the logs and see, okay, when I'm doing this certain operations, there is nothing happening in the backend, there is no logs or there are some error logs in the backend. So if there is if during that conversion, if anything is happening in the backend, if any errors you see, then you can say, okay, issues happening in the backend. But the backend logs are good, conversion is happening fine, then it can be in the plugin layer. Plugin layer, some issue can be happen, and or else whatever issues we shared, most of the issues will be in the UI component only, and few issues will be in the plugin layer. Of course, I might there are one or two couple of issues in the backend also. We never know that. Okay, so through this particular sprint too, while you are solving issues, you will be gaining debugging skills, which is pretty much important for any developer or who are starting their careers actually. So it's like you need to organize your debugging skills in a very good manner. So you need to identify whether issue is coming. So how you debug, you can keep breakpoints and then see, but through with the help of logs. In UI also there are some logs. So if you say npx React Native build Android, I mean start npx React Native start, some console logs will be coming. So for front end there are logs, and in the JNA layer also there are logs. The logs from the JNA layer can also be seen from our logging. I mean the backend logs. You can see whatever logs in the JNA layer also can be seen in the console logs, and whatever and the backend logs can be seen from our inside the mobile phone ADB shell, whatever I have shown earlier. So for each components, logs will be there. So whenever you are running, whenever there is issues there, you need to monitor those logs and see where and all issues happening. But 8 out of 10 times the issue is pretty straightforward. Just seeing from the UI point of view, you can easily gauge, okay, this issue is coming from this component, this component, this component. And then you can directly go to that component. You can see the logs in that specific component, what are the logs are coming. If there are no logs in that UI component, you can add some debug logs temporarily. Okay, you can add some debug logs in that UA component. You can add some logs in the JNA layer. Of course, you cannot add logs in the backend code because it's all libraries. But if you need any more, but most of the logs are there in the backend. But if you still feel more logs needed to debug this issue, I can add those logs in the backend. So the debugging is there is no any specific approach. You might see it, visually feel it and understand. That's the reason that code flow is pretty much important. Once you understand the code flow, once you get hands on the project structure where and all these things, you can directly go to that file and have a look at the code and see what is happening, or you can just add few console logs there and then see what is happening. UI console logs. Okay, so this is the approach you need to follow for the how you are debugging the code. Okay. So are you clear on the approach? So if I say, if I give an issue, please go and fix it, you need to first figure it out that issue is from UI, or whether issue is from JNI, or whether issue is from backend. So first come to a conclusion, okay, issue is in this specific component, UI component, in specific, okay, choose from files and component. So I have shared one issue like scroll up. Scroll up is not working. So in that case, it is straightforward. Like scroll up means in UA, one component is responsible for that. And in one issue, I mentioned like app is crashing if you're doing some options giving. So that can be from the backend because backend might not be sending some response to you, and UA is crashing because there is no response. And in some cases, yeah, like apart from the choose file from skin, there is some again few more scrolling options are not coming. So based on the issue itself, sometimes is self-explanatory. It is telling that it is directly related to the UI, but from which component that is coming, maybe you need to put logs in the UI. That is good enough. So based on the issue, you need to understand. Sometimes it is straightforward based on the issue. Let's say scroll option, you can easily say it is scroll means it is UI. But sometimes issue can be very vague. You don't know whether it belongs to UI or plugin or backend. So in that case, you need to add more logs and then see what is happening in each component and then come to a conclusion. This particular component is responsible for that issue, and then you need to go and fix that. Once you fix, you just verify the full functionality. We just go through all the operations, whatever involved, and that way you can tell that issue is fixed. Okay, so I'm not talking about what are the issues. I'm just talking about the approach you need to follow and the challenges that you need to come across during solving these issues. But as I said, most of the issues are confined to UI only. There might be chances one or two issues might be in the plugin layer, and one or two might issues in the backend layer. If issue is happening in the backend layer, definitely we'll work as a team and we'll resolve it. So am I clear so far? So for in Sprint 2, for Android team, there will be 9 issues, and these 9 issues should be addressed by the team. And most of the issues are confined to the UI. And but from in UI, which component is responsible for that? You can add some console logs in the UI. There are already few console logs. You can just add them and see how the log. How can you add logs? And then in the npx React Native start in the shell, you will be seeing all the console logs, all the UI logs. Okay. And same thing if you want to see any logs in the JNA layer and the backend layer, you can simply go to that ADB. You can go to that ADB shell and go to the log directory. Log file will be created. You can just simply see it. Okay. So what, as I am repeating again, most of the issues are confined to UI and few issues are confined to Java. Very very rare one or two issues here and there. Overall 8 out of 18 issues. I'm not talking about sprint to 9 issues. Overall, one or two might be from the backend, but just be open. So you should be able to tell no, issue is not from you, why issue is from backend. At least you should be come to that conclusion. Okay. So this is the product development. So we have three components, three modules in this product, and you need to able to debug those issues, and you need to identify the root cause, and then you need to provide the fix. So identifying the component, identifying the root cause, providing the fix, and validating the fix. Four things you need to do. Okay. I'm talking in general, but whatever issues we're just confined to, but just giving a general approach, a bigger approach. Because as you go, we assume it is in UI sometimes, but it might end up. I have faced a lot of scenarios. It might end up in other things. Okay, so I think I'm talking too much. So let me say, I'll just pause it here. So are you able to understand about the approach now? Can you give me some responses? Okay, so let me see. I will start a poll now. Clear on approaches. Yeah, hi team. So are you clear on the approaches? Just let me know if you want me to repeat anything. I can go ahead and repeat. So yeah, are you clear on issues, how to approach, what is the way, how to identify? So you have code. Okay, thank you. So there is one S I can see, two SS I can see. Yeah, thank you team. So the sprint two starts from today. Of course, today is a clearing all the things, how to approaches all those things. So I'm just before moving to the desktop team, I'm just giving one final iteration. So sprint two for Android team, you have 9 issues, and before solving those issues, first clone the latest code. You can delete the existing repos, and then you can clone Multimagix front-end mobile and Multimagix React Native plugin. Follow the build process. Now you could able to samples folder inside Native plugin and push those files to your mobile. And you could also see if you're doing any backend operation. If you're doing any operation on the UI, you can see the corresponding backend logs too, apart from the front-end logs on the console. So this gives a complete picture of what is happening inside the application, and these logs are pretty much helpful for you in identifying the root cause of an issue. Clear? So shall I move to the desktop team? Okay, I think I'll put one more poll. Okay. So shall I move to desktop team? Shall I move to desktop team? If yes, please. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, team. Thank you. So I'm just stop sharing my screen now. Okay. Or else okay, I'll just continue. So you can still see my screen, right? If yes, please let me know. You can still see my screen, right? Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Asif. Thanks for confirming. Yeah. So now let's start with the sprint two for Multimagix desktop UIT. And before starting, thanks Asif, Ashraf, Masood, and Yasin for your efforts in the sprint one. So I know it's not that straightforward understanding all the components and how the communication between each components happen. I know there are few challenges, but I'm pretty much happy like we were able to solve few issues, and then as a team we worked and we solved on few more issues. But it's a good start. But from here the actual fun starts for the yes please, yeah. So from here the actual fun starts for the desktop UI team. Okay, so let's see. Android team, you can also listen. This is very interesting because all the applications and the usage is similar to them. So you can see here. I mean, okay, 1 second. Some which I'm seeing here. Okay. Yeah, good. So now for the Multimagix desktop UI team, yes, they also started with the orientation, and then means pre-sprint we have gone through about source code, and then dev environment setup. We have different lives, and then we have different sessions code walkthrough. So if anyone had to understand code flow, just please, this is the time. So please go ahead and watch those videos. You'll be understand what is the code flow, and this is about. And I requested team to come up with an architecture diagram. So yeah, this is what they have came up with. So this is this. I will not go through these details again. Maybe I can just give you a quick glance because I have my app already here. I will just make it in a very layman term, simple. I will not take much time. I know it's already I crossed 35 minutes now. So I'll just make it as simple as possible. See, desktop UI. So it is a desktop application. It is based on React and Electron, and we use backend. We use a plugin called Multimagix Node add-on, and that Node add-on internally uses the C++ library. Okay, so this is so similar to Android. We have different components here. We have backend. In Android this is plugin, and this still remains the same. And this is all UI. For desktop, UI is split into two parts. One is Electron, and one is this scripts actually in a React JS scripts. So here we use in desktop we use TypeScript .tsx. Okay, so you have this index.ts here, and then you open the app. This is the first file. It will hit, and this file goes and talk to the app.tsx. Okay, and this app.txx it will send a request. Okay, please load me the default screen, and this is the screen tool screen. And in tool screen you have these components, of course. You have this video tab here. So in this tool screens you have this video component, and then in tab screen you have this is the tool screen. You have these things, and then in the tab you have this video tab. We don't have audio tab now. And in this we have video features. One video feature is video to audio. So if I click here, this choose file from component will go it will go to this file. And now if I click choose from file, so see I am getting here all the list of files. So how I am getting all the list of files? So because this choose from file component will emit an event. So this is the event it get emits get file list. So this get file list will send an IPC message. So this IPC message is nothing but the it's just event, another kind of event. So it emits this event, and then it reads all the files from your location. So from that folder, so all the input files wherever you uploaded, so that will be stored in the cache memory of the application. So it is like app data roaming local, somewhere that input files will be stored. It will go to the directory, and it will read, okay, what are all the input files user has uploaded. So what I'm talking is, if you go here, and then I'm getting all the list here. So how I'm getting the list? So this list is getting populated from a specific folder. So if you click here upload, the app, within the app there is some cache memory, and in that cache all that files will be stored. Okay. So it will go ahead and read that, and it will send that list to you. And finally this choose from file component will give you the UI like this. Okay. So now what happens is, okay, so now you come here, I gave here, I got it choose from files, I got all the list here. So after getting the entire list, I'm calling a pop-up component. So what I meant is, if you select a list here, so I'm getting a pop-up component. So this pop-up component is called convert media feature. So now if you select any option from here, so and if you click convert, so you can see here this is coming my now my output folder is in this location, and I'm automatically redirected to the my conversion screen. So what is happening here? So this is what is important. So once you once you click on this button, video to audio, choose file from file sample.mp4. Once you click this convert button, what happens? So once this convert button is clicked, an event is emitted. Okay, so this event name is called convert media. So this event emitter is emits the event, and index.tx is listening to that event. And after listening to that event, it calls a one more event called IPC send message. So that will go to the electron process main.tss, and in that main.tss you will be calling one more function called convert media, and that convert media again go ahead and calls this add-on convert media, and an actual conversion happens here and you will get the response back. And that response you will be getting here, and once that response you got, it will redirect to the my conversion screen. Okay, so this is what happening. I'm just not going deep, I'm not deep dive into the flow, I'm just giving you overall gist what is happening. So the main thing is how you are traveling through different components and at which points events are repeated. Okay, so one thing is getting files list event is emitted, and also in my conversion there is a one more event. I didn't mention here, but how I am getting all the files here in the my conversion. So here also an event is emitted. It will also go ahead and read into that my conversion folder, and it will list all the things, and it will so similar to the tools only, similar to that file screen component. Okay, so that way, and there is also one more flow I didn't mention here. Like you can also come to this choose from files component from tool screen, from just like for Android application. You can also go here file screen. So what happens in this case? I can just select sample.mp4. I can select this, and then I can select from tools. Now a pop-up component is coming, but for this pop-up, for this tab video component, now you have the file information. So once the file information is there, directly it will not go to this choose from file component. Okay, so it will directly go to that. So what I mentioned is here in this case. So if you have this, so if you choose from screen file screen, it will first go to this choose file from component. Okay, and you're passing that information to this component, and it comes to here, and next it will not load this because already I have this information, all these things, and it will not even emit this event, all those things, because all this is taken care here already. Okay, so now again just go to this convert media directly, so it will skip the choose from file component. Why it is keeping choose from file component is because I already given the file information from the top level. I entered into this video component. I entered into this video component with the file information. Okay, with file information is I am coming from file screen. I'm not coming from tool screen. I'm coming from file screen, and from file screen I'm going to tool screen. I mean, it will go like this from here to here. Okay. So that's the only difference between these two things. Or let's choose from file component is not selected again because it's already we done that operation in the beginning. Okay. So the rest of all flow remains same. Just the UI flow changes. Okay. So are you clear on are you clear on the code flow now? Shall I move on to the next section now? So is code flow clear? Yeah, team. So yeah. Asif, Ashraf, Yasin, Masood. So is the code flow clear? You can just go ahead and look at this document. Of course, you all did these things when you as a team, but I just reiterated. So what is happening at high level? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, team. So now let's see. So I'll just quickly go through what team has done. See, previously we don't have this video tab is not visible, and there is no expander is available. So now team is able to do that. So now here we have this video tab and this files component is coming. And then one thing is there are we in the file screen we are able to see the entire files. They have adjusted this padding. And then in the earlier we have only one option. Now multiple options are coming. So as you can see here, if you go to video, and if you can select one file, so now there are multiple options are coming. Okay. So now, if you now earlier after before earlier if you convert files, it is telling it is in this specific file, but that path is not there, and then there is no files are stored there. So we fix that, and then now uh, So now in the my conversion screen, I can go ahead and see all the files here. And yeah, these are all the changes team has done. Yeah, okay. So now one more thing is display option. So one second. I think one document I need to open. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is earlier we mentioned that in the file screen, I mean, if you're selecting from tool screen, if you go here, if you go to sample.mp4, we told them we need to add a player on top of this, just like in Android. But it's not straightforward. I know we will revisit this video player after adding all the feature cards. We just changed the priority. It's because now we are able to at least preview the file. So if you go to the files screen, okay, these are my input files. Now I don't know what is the content inside this. I can just simply go to this file and then just play. So I think it's already playing here in the screen. Okay, so it's so there is a pop-up came for me like which I selected VLC. Okay, so you can see here now that this is particular, it's playing this. Brings you to the land of the gatekeepers. So I'm just closing it. So if I just open this and again play, and then what is inside this content, you can see here. So at least you can see what is the content inside that input file from tool screen. I agree from file screen you cannot see what is the content inside, but at least you have a chance you can go to the tool screen, file screen and see what is the content. At least there is some feasibility is there, some kind of user can see what is inside that file. And of course for the my conversion file after the conversion you can just simply go ahead and then click play here. So it will automatically come here. So this is just a audio. That's the reason we don't have any video there. So these options, the code is already there. We did not add anything. We did not fix anything here. It's just that we are not able to see that future that visibly. It's because earlier because of the issue, my conversion nothing is showing because of the issue. Once we resolve, this is automatically showing that layout, the settings, everything. So in the file screen, we just reused that option. Earlier, in the earlier app, we don't have this play option before sprint one. After sprint one, all the fixes we have this play option for the input files. Okay. So everyone are clear on what are the changes happened in sprint one. Of course you might know that's not a correct question. So now you can see this is pretty much we got all the things what is required for one particular feature. Okay, we are able to select the input file and we are able to play that before selecting from file screen, and we are able to convert it, and after converting we are able to see what is happening. I mean it is in the my conversion screen. Okay, and about the logs actually, yes, if you can see here, when you are doing some conversion operation, I can see this backend logs is coming from the log. So something same thing for the Android team also. For them, since they are running this on the Android device, so they need to go to the Android and then they need to go ahead and see what is happening inside it. But for you are running on the Windows machine. So wherever you started this npm start only, this npm start, you can see these logs also. What these are the backend logs. You can see here. Okay, we are telling okay audio stream detected, video stream detected, and the audio encode is this output file header information written. Now by select, and these are all the console logs. So these are coming from console playing file. These are all selected. So my sample file is here. This is here, and player opened successfully. So for the Multimagix UI desktop team, both UI logs as well as the backend logs are shown in the screen. There are no separate, just like in Android UI, you will see in one shell, and backend logs you will see in Android shell. Like that, there is no such concept here for desktop UI because we are running the entire application in one context in the on the desktop on the console. Okay, so that's the reason you can see all the logs here. So if I come here, if you see, if you can see here, so okay, again I do one selection here, I do video to audio, choose from files. If I do sample dot, for example, I will take this and then do this mp3. If it is convert, you can see already in the backend few logs already came. So these are the logs again. This is the previous logs. So now we're telling, okay, this is my app version, this is FFFX version, this is the source, this is what all things are happening. So you can add like more logs like this here. You can add more logs like this in your UI, in your TypeScript files, and then see like, okay, where is the code flow now? So where I am hitting. If you're not sure from, okay, after choose from file screen, it is going to be which screen. So you can put logs in each function and you can understand the flow from the logs point of view also. Okay, that's a different approach actually. Okay. So that these logs are also useful for you during if you want to fix anything, you are not sure where to fix. You can put add logs and then see, okay, this log is coming. It means until this point this is clear. You can print some variables, that string variables, integer variables, see what is inside that value, inside that variable, what it is storing, whether it is storing the file name or everything. So you can make use of these logs. But of course, while developing the UI, everything you can't log, but at least few important details you can log, which will help you to understand the flow, which will help you while developing. It will definitely help. Okay, so that's for the that's one information I want to give the desktop UI team. And again, what needs to be, so are you clear on the functionality and the logs now? One last thing. So are you clear so far? Maybe I put a poll. Are you clear? Okay, desktop UI clear so far. So desktop UI team, are you clear so far? So I'm not talking anything new as of now. I'm just reiterating what we have done. Thank you. I'm just reiterating what we have done in Sprint 1 and what are the fixes that went in. But I'm just giving an additional details. I'm just reiterating all those things because few things we might miss. So I'm just reiterating like complete flow, like architecture, what is happening, and from the UI point of view, where we are and how to make use of those logs. So I'm just reiterating all those things. But by using all this information, I believe you are good enough to start tasks on Sprint 2. Okay, so what we are expecting from Sprint 2 for desktop UI team. Okay, so I know this alignment issue is already fixed. Thanks, Asif. You just provided me an update. So now this will come here. That code changes you can commit later. And one thing is, yeah, as you know, when you start the app, by default tool screen is coming, but this tab is not visible. Somehow we need to fix it. So now currently the workaround is we are going to file screen and again coming back to tool screen. So you need to fix this. So after fixing this two, one is already fixed. So after fixing that one pending issue, you can just move on to the next feature. So the next feature is very straightforward. You need to add a one more card like this here. Okay. So maybe I can open the document. Give me a minute. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm just opening that document. It's my bad. I didn't open it earlier. Okay. So now, if you go here, yeah. So it's pretty straightforward now. See here, you can see my screen, right? Okay. So you need to add uh, you need to add five features now. After completing these two fixes, of course, this is done. I mean, B is done, A is pending. So now we need to add these five features now as a part of Sprint 2. Video to video extraction, audio to audio, resize and trim. Okay. See, Most of the code you can reuse, believe me. I mean, after clicking that convert button, whatever is happening, that code you don't need to write it again, you can just reuse it. It automatically reuses it, or you can just verify it again. Okay, the only thing we just need to focus is how to create a new card here, and how that new card comes next to this here. Okay, and then you need to give the correct title here and the correct description here. And after clicking the and this is still the same, this existing thing it still reuses. You don't need to develop again this choose from file component, we'll just reuse it. And then just this also it will just reuse, you don't need to develop anything new here. If you select here, now this pop-up component changes. So here, instead of convert media feature, here I need to get this particular heading here, like video to, if for example, okay, if I'm working on this video to video, so here I should see this name here, video to video feature. I should not see this name, I should see video to video. Of course, video player is not required, I will correct that mockup. And here you need to see these options here. So here, instead of AAC, you need to see this MP4. There's only one option should be there, okay, and not AAC. For this, I'm talking about this feature. I'm just referring to that as an example. And now if you click convert, and rest of the things is same. It will just call the backend, and then it will convert, and it will give you the response. And that output file you can see in the my conversion screen. So you don't need to do anything new there. So only thing is you need to take care of this pop-up component. In this pop-up component, instead of loading video to audio script or the particular JS file, you need to just load the corresponding whatever relevant to this particular card. So you need to identify, okay, if I'm choosing this card, I need to load this file. If I'm choosing this card, I need to load this file. So you need to come up with some logic like that. Okay. So now once this card is loaded, the rest is same. So here everything you already know how to create a drop down, and then only thing is you need to change the options. Here everything remains same. And this convert button, maybe you can rename it like convert video, or just you can just use it like that only. Okay, you can just leave it like that. And the rest is same for other features. So if you go to video extraction, this is still the same. And if you go to audio, this is also same. Like, but for audio to audio, it should come in a new tab. So the tab is already disabled. We are not sure whether that is working or not. It is, you can verify, but you can just go ahead to this new tab. And again, in the new tab, the flow is still the same. In the new tab, you just need to load a card, and then you click that, choose from file component is there already to use it. Only thing is that in the pop-up component, things change. So all the changes happens in that pop-up component. And inside that pop-up component, which pop-up, which feature interface is that where your business logic comes. Okay. So this is same again, audio to audio, just need to add these features and again convert. Okay. So, but one interesting thing is for huh, 1 minute. There are a lot of pages I'm scrolling. Yeah. For resize feature, so we are talking about, so we discussed, I said, first feature is almost done. Actually, it is done, but from the application point of view, just fix this issue. After that, you go ahead and add these three features. So these three features are very straightforward. You just need to create a new feature file such that based upon the card IDs, that particular component should load, that particular feature should load. And inside that feature, it's almost you can reuse the same thing, existing card, you can just make some changes there. Okay. So now for resize and trim, inside the pop-up component, uh, you need to add instead of drop down, you need to add like text here. So I'm telling width and height. So here, if I click on, if I click here, I mean, I should able to give keyboard inputs there. So I should able to type something here, and I should able to type something here. And once you click convert, this whatever you type, those values should be taken by the UI. So for the other three features, it is a drop down menu. For resize and trim, we are not using drop down menu. Instead, we are entering a text. So you should develop how to develop these. How to in the React, how to develop this, how to add this text, and how to value key and value. Like this is the key and what is the value I'm entering here. So user should be able to type something there in the enter width value, enter height value. Okay, and it should only take integers. If you try to give some alphabets ABC, enter width value. ABC width is not correct, right? So you should show some pop up. Okay, please enter integer value. So like that error handling also you should be able to get. You should be able to enter value, but at the same time you should ensure you should only enter the integer values because width and height are integers, positive integers. If I put -20, -10, it should not take. Okay. So same thing for the trim feature also. So trim feature also should add one more card and then some small description. You should enter values here and you should develop these things. Okay. So rest all you can just see as you can see from the explanation, most of the things you can reuse and few you need to develop from the scratch. So it's a mix and match actually. Okay, the main success lies here. You need to form a business layer where based on which ID card I selected, which video feature I selected, that specific component or specific script should be that particular JS file should be loaded. So you need to write some business logic like that, and inside that, whenever you click that in that pop-up component, okay, this things comes and this. So for resize and trim, it is you enter text, and for other features, it's a drop down, and for rest of the features, few more changes will be there. Okay, so for try to not try to and then yeah, so this is you just complete all these features. So these three are reusable. You can most of the code is reusable, and this also like maybe new way that enter text with those things you just have to implement from the scratch. So few things you need to implement from scratch, and few things you can reuse it. So the main thing is understand the. I know you spent quality time and you're able to understand the code flow, existing code flow, and all the components. If you're still here and there, few dots are missing, you just please go through the videos, go through the lives, and go to that flowchart diagram and understand it and start implementing. So I believe this sprint two will be challenging. Rather than challenging, I would say fun for you. So we are expecting that these five features will be completed by end of sprint two. Plan yourself, organize yourself. I'm not telling you you must have to complete, but please give a genuine try completing these things, whether it is Android team or this desktop your team. So try to complete the sprint activities within the sprint. Don't let spill over to the other sprints. Okay, so it means like backlog will keep increasing. So are you clear on what needs to be done? You got some idea on what is inside, what kind of things we need to implement, what kind of things we need to reuse for sprint two. Or do you have any more questions? Please let me know. So are you clear on sprint requirements? Clear on sprint two requirements? Yeah, team. Yeah, please let me know. Are you clear on sprint two requirements? Yeah, I just stopped screen sharing. But as a team, are you clear on sprint two requirements? What needs to be done? So, what are the approaches? How to make use of logs and how to ensure like features are working end to end properly. It's like all those things are you clear now? So, anything else? Do I need to explain or do I need to repeat? Please let me know now, or we can discuss. I mean, yeah, just I mean at high level we can discuss now. We can deep dive if required in other sessions. If anything else needed, please let me know, or else we can end this live session for now. And okay, so I got okay, one. Okay, so good. So Asif, Ashraf, Yassine, all clear. So shall I end the live stream now? Android team, all good. So can I end the live session now? So for both Android team and desktop UI team, this is a challenging sprint. So please organize yourself and then just do your best. So if any doubts or anything, you can just approach me or Rushi. Anything is fine for me, and Raji will also help us in the due course. If any other doubts, please let me know. If not, I will end the live stream. So just give me some thumbs up or some yes or no. Shall I end the stream, or is it good enough? Or please let me know. You can give some thumbs up or some say yes. Yeah, clear. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Yasin. Yeah, thank you, team. Everyone, have a sorry. Next time, I will try to plan live a bit early. Maybe I will start around 6 and I will end up around 7:30, maybe 1 or 6 to 7. So today it's 9:15 to 10:15. Almost it is 10:30. So next time I will not drag this much. Drag in the sense from the timing point of view. I know you have other activities to plan for the tomorrow. So I will try to make it much more in a feasible time, maybe around 6:30 like that. Today we have, of course, we have different live from different teams, so that's the reason I just started a bit late in the evening. But yes, I hope I'm clear about the requirements and our team have a good. I wish you a good luck for this sprint, and I hope you'll just coming out with flying colors in the sprint. And again, if any doubts, please reach out to us. And you have a good night. Take care. Bye.